I think we're all set.
Well done, yes.
Frank, how are you?
Very well so far.
Good.
That might change any time.
You've been enjoying our beautiful sunshine?
Absolutely, yes. Can't you see it's all written all over my face?
You haven't gone for the factor 50 then?
Not yet, no. Still to come.
We've been having beautiful weather. Welcome to the Kitchen Concert here in Aberdeenshire with my very good friend and special guest, Frank Thomson.
Yes.
And the golfer is outside, as you would expect. He's coming in. We can see him coming in. And I can see all sorts of people joining us, which is lovely. And hi, how are you? We've got dogs sleeping. We've got all sorts. Raymond has joined us, and Betty Hunter, and Nancy Wilson. Hello. Great to have you with us. And, everyone is joining in here. I think my glasses aren't as good as they might be.
They're steaming up, yes.
They're steaming up. What have you been doing in the last few days? You've been enjoying the sunshine? Have you gone anywhere exciting?
I've been practicing for this very special night, yes.
Well, given that we only spoke this morning.
That's lovely. We've both been up Royal D-side over the last week, which
Indeed.
was rather nice.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Well, also, not to divulge any confidences, but just before this, we were watching a replay of the amazing Olympic win. The swimming, the diving,
Yes.
synchronized swimming. If you haven't seen it, it is the most heartwarming, so wonderful for Tom Daly and and Matty. I mean, Matty Lee. Oh, the golfer's keeping me right here. I'm clearly not a sports presenter at the moment, but we were enjoying it. In fact, I would say a little tear in the eye, Frank.
Yes, indeed, yes. It was absolutely amazing.
It was emotional.
Watching the emotion, yes, indeed.
I actually listened to the radio not that long ago about men and their emotions.
Okay.
Which are maybe a contradiction in terms, except apparently when it comes to sport, if their football team wins that penalty, gets the winning goal, or there's something very emotional, men are far more likely to well up, break down, cry, hug one another.
Yeah, we certainly were hugging after the diving.
Yeah.
That was for sure, yes.
It was fantastic. I don't know if you've seen it, but watch it if you haven't yet. So what are you going to start us off with today?
Just with a few lively reels by Adam Rennie. I don't know if you remember him. He's probably before your time. He was from Cooper Angus, and he had his own band back in I suppose it would have been the 50s and 60s, at a time when Jimmy Shand and Cameron's band were popular. Anyway, we're starting with Cadam Woods.
country dance on a Monday night at 6 o'clock.
Absolutely,
it
yes.
lifts the spirits, and you just want to get up and dance in the kitchen, don't you?
Yep.
Waiting for the clue to come up. No, we don't need it quite yet. Let me see who's joined us. Lots and lots of people have joined us. Thank you for joining us on this. Well, it's not exactly a beautiful Monday night, but it's kind of muggy up here. I know in the London area there's floods. We were up in Royal Deeside in Braemar at the weekend, and actually, Frank, you would have loved the band. First time I've been to a gig in 18 months at St Margaret's in Braemar. There was the Canny Band, a wonderful band from Glasgow. They won Young Folk Musicians of the Year. Superb. I mean, the all three just phenomenal. Yes. And it was just so nice to be listening to live music. None of us have been out for so long.
That's right.
So to go and hear live music, and the tables were all beautifully set and distanced, but it was a lovely atmosphere and it was just great. So hats off to the Canny Band, and if you haven't been up to St Margaret's in Braemar, if you live anywhere in in Scotland really, beat a path to St Margaret's, check out what's going on, because Peggy Seeger and Callum McCall are coming at the beginning of October. That will be a phenomenal concert. And there's art exhibitions and all sorts of things going on, and of course Braemar is so beautiful.
Yeah.
You went up the hill.
Yes, we were way up on a guided tour, in actual fact, by Yellow Welly Tours. Don't know if you've heard of it.
Well, I have now.
Yeah, you have now. Well, that's fine. Yeah, and we were way up the hills, looking across to Loch Nagar. Beautiful view, and we were, having a picnic where Queen Victoria used to take her guests and such like up the Invercold estate. Absolutely beautiful, and of course we visited Loch Nagar Distillery. You can't go to Balmoral without the distillery, and Cratty Kirk, and we did all the tourist things. It was lovely.
Fantastic.
It was lovely, yeah.
A little dram was taken.
Oh yes,
perhaps?
yes, indeed. Why not?
But maybe we should stay with Scotland just now.
Okay, yes.
Because we were just talking about old songs that from the 50s, and I actually thought that this song was from Brigadoon, Hillside in Scotland, but actually it's not. Maybe some very knowledgeable person will tell me where Hillside in Scotland. It was first recorded by a wonderful artist called Lita Rosa. Now, Frank brought me the music today. Here is Lita Rosa, and the music cost 2 shillings. I mean,
12.5 pence.
12.5 pence in old money. And I was looking up Lita Rosa because she was a Lancashire lass, and she had a #1 hit with How Much Is That Doggy in the Window? So she was one of the first individuals to have a solo single, because the singles charts in the United Kingdom started in the early 50s, like 1952, before my time, I would like to say, before you jump in and so Lita Rosa recorded this, and later on we're going to do How Much Is That Doggy in the Window, because that is such a good fun song. But this just reminded me of it's hillside in Scotland, but the scenery right now is particularly magnificent. And Lita Rosa's dad was also an accordion player.
Yes, I was surprised to hear you saying that. Yeah,
he played in the clubs around Liverpool and all the rest. So she was a very beautiful looking lady. But let's give it a whirl.
Thank you.
I remember a hillside in Scotland. I remember the boy in the glen. There my heart is still a-wandering, ever and ever and ever again. Green and warm was that hillside in Scotland. Cherry sweet was the love
song.
Such a lovely song. Oh, golfer, round of applause from the golfer. It was also recorded, I think, by Debbie Reynolds. And when I looked it up, it was the side B of This Happy Feeling. And This Happy Feeling, I think, was a film. I'm sure Colin Manders will tell me if it wasn't. Happy Feeling and Debbie Reynolds. But on this side of the pond, it was Lita Rosa, who, of course, sang How Much Is That Doggy in the Window?
Lovely.
Really good. So a couple of people to say hello to. A very special hello to our dear friend Jody DeRamo in Louisville, Kentucky. And Louisville had heart surgery about 2 weeks ago, and he has come through it and feeling great. And actually last week with Ian Milne, it was lovely to have Ian Milne.
Oh yes, that was very, very special. It really was. And this is quite a tough task for me, following Ian Milne. You're cruel to me.
I am not cruel. I am sorry. You can more than hold your own. You champion you.
He's been such an icon over, I don't know, 50 years in the jazz world.
Yes.
Grampian Television with Alex Sutherland's band, and he's got such a legacy of pupils. I remember him saying last week that he taught Emily Sandé as well.
He did, absolutely.
He's an
and
amazing
so
guy.
many students at the University of Aberdeen, and before that the college. And he is just one of the Ian Milne who played last week. If you didn't manage to see last week's kitchen concert, it is on YouTube. And we're just talking about Ian Milne, who hides his light under a bushel.
Yes.
He's a very modest, wonderful gentleman. And I know his son in California was watching last week and was feeling quite homesick, seeing his dad playing the piano. But of course, Ian can turn his hand to anything, be it Scottish, Burns, Boogie, 12-bar blues. He played Moon River last week. He played Fly Me to the Moon. I kind of threw him in at the deep end, a bit like I do you.
Well,
just
we can
play
all cope
me,
with it, yes.
play something. So it was lovely to have him. But Jody DeRamo, I don't know if you'd like to come and give your clue and see if Jody could get it this week, because Jody, glad you're recovering so well. I know that music has cheered you up, because I think music cheers us all up.
There's no doubt. The last time I saw Ian Milne, in fact, I played with him, and it was a very, very emotional event. It was your dad's funeral, his at the
Mary Cooter Kirk.
Yes, and then on to the Marcliffe, we had the memorial service.
Yes.
And it was a lovely sunny day like this, and it was a huge crowd, and as I say, it was very emotional.
Yes, yes. Well, Ian goes back to the Tivoli days. He was just a boy then, but Tivoli Theatre. We're going to get Ian back, because I said we've got to talk about the Tivoli days and the Grampian days and all that. Meanwhile, the golfer is saying, hurry up, let me get in and give me your clue. Swapping over.
Good one for you, Frank.
You think so?
I hope this is politically fine.
It's politically correct.
Okay.
Good evening, one and all. What are the horizontal lines on a chessboard called? And what are the vertical lines on a chessboard called?
Oh.
And then it all falls into place when you...
Any
know.
clues? Is it a four-letter word, or is it something?
It's 2 5-letter words.
Okay.
What's the horizontal lines on a chessboard, and what are the vertical lines on a chessboard called?
Will it surprise us? Is it
It will when you
yeah, okay, so
you
it's not
find
just
out.
a simple crisscross.
and you'll think, well, that's where that came from.
Okay, yeah, right.
We're indebted to you
Well,
for your...
knowledge.
Amazing.
Oh, boy.
Hi, Judy.
Well, every week we are surprised by whatever it is, that whatever clue the golfer comes up with, it's always a surprise. Hello to all of you who are joining us. Mary is watching, and Joyce McElveny, I think it is. Sorry, my eyesight. Nan Mackenzie is watching. Very good to have you with us. We have Jennifer Patience, lovely, great Jennifer. And yes, Mary Tyndall, and she's saying hi to the golfer. Brian Patience wants something. Gordon and Sheila Murray are watching from St Andrews. Hello, Gordon and Sheila.
I was there today.
And the golfer was there today at the dentist. In and out. Kathy McManus, welcome. So many people were writing in. Fiona, Alanach, and Frida Baxter, Liz Calder, Kathy's there, Famie Cameron, Lena, oh, you're all, Nancy Skade from Ontario, lovely, or Nova Scotia. I'm thinking Nancy's from Nova Scotia, I think. Tell me, Nancy. Anne Marsh, love your concerts. They're in Cyprus, lovely. Cyprus, and Sheila, and Nancy is from a sunny Ontario, and Ainsley MacDonald, evening, and Molly, and Gordon is watching, and Jamie Sutherland, fit like Jamie, and Joyce Mackenzie. Great, so many people. Sharon Thompson is also watching.
That's my daughter, yes.
You recognise that
Yes.
name immediately. Doris is watching, and Neil Mackenzie, and Murdo I know is watching, which is great. And oh, can you play Ben Nevis? We'll have to do that another time, I think. Colin, Ailey McLeod, and Pam Donaldson. Hi from sunny Orkney. Hello, Pam. Great to have you with us. And Kayla is watching. And Albert. Oh, it's great to have you all with us. And John Conroy. As always, fit like John. We're all grand. Thank you. We're great. And Kathy McManus. Kirsty Ellington. I also wanted to say hello to Kirsty. And Kirsty is such a lovely young woman, and she's got 3 boys, and her son Hamish. This is an awful story. Hamish, he's only a wee tootie of about 3, and his hand got jammed in a door, and it chopped off the top of his finger. And they did everything they could to save the finger, and they had it nice, and they sewed it back on, and then they waited, and it did not take.
Shame, yeah.
But today there was great news, because Hamish has defied the doctors, because all the while that it was rejecting the old part of the finger, it was growing a new part of the finger. So Hamish's finger and nail is growing back in. Amazing. So Hamish, you're some wee lad and fantastic. Kirsty, you're a fantastic mum, and I know you've been through the mill just hoping and praying that his finger would be okay.
Lovely, yeah.
All happened in a blink of an eye,
so
as
he's
these
going to be
things
able
do.
to play the accordion once he gets older.
You bet.
After all.
And of course his grandpa was Mark Ellington.
Oh yes, yes,
And
from Filey, yes.
From Filey, yes. So wonderful musician.
Great heavens.
So now we've had other requests, and I also want to say hello to Mike Stobby. Mike Stobby, wonderful friend, phenomenal musician, played in Palace. Tonight he might be playing in Phantom of the Opera in London, which is opening. He does a lot of work for Lloyd Webber. He's a superb musician. He's written an amazing musical. He's written lots of stuff. And I sang some songs with him way back in the 90s. And he's reviving them. We're going to do them again. Yeah. So hello, Mike, if you're watching. Even if you're not, you'll catch up on YouTube. So great to have everyone with us. What will we do now? Will we do...
I was going to play this little tune here
Yeah.
by way of a request for a lady from Bankery, Shirley Petrie,
Okay.
who was a friend and fan of the Alexander Brothers. I think Tom played the accordion, he was the accordionist. Anyway, this was her favourite tune from the Alexander Brothers. polka. I should maybe have been kicking my leg there like
The
your
famous,
old friend Will Starr.
Yes. Many of you will remember Will Starr and his wonderful button accordion.
That's right.
And he, of course, used to do that famous kick to the side, which was, it was kind of his signature, wasn't it?
That's
it was
right,
his
his
signature tune.
trademark almost.
Oh,
yeah,
it was
yeah,
fantastic. Absolutely. Let me see if anyone has got the answer to the golfer's clue. Lewis, do you know? Jennifer, do you know? The lines on a chessboard. That's what the golfer wants. And nobody's coming up with anything yet. Are you dancing, Fiona? Yes, I am. I wish the golfer would get up and dance, but he is waiting. Imarine and John Conroy. Wee! That was one of his favourites. Fiona MacDonald. That was brilliant, Frank. The Bluebell Polka.
Absolutely, yes.
Absolutely. And Nancy is saying it's great as well. So that's good.
Lovely, good.
So no answers to your clue yet, but the night is young, as they say. Let me see. Did I just see Catherine Bell?
You're a rascal, aren't you?
Cora and Flies? No, don't think so. Elaine, Cora and Flies? No. Q-U? No. Okay. Raymond, do you know the answer to the clue? Patricia Wilson. Horizontal, quick, is called ranks, and vertical is called files. Ranks and files. Oh
That's
gosh.
where the word comes, ranks and files.
Ranks and files.
Amazing,
Well done.
yes.
Well done.
No, yes.
I never knew that. Ranks and, because you talk about rank and file, but you don't.
Yeah.
So that's from a chessboard.
Yes.
Do you know? It's great.
Yes.
You're married to a genius.
I am married to a genius. He
Yes.
said it himself.
And the
Every-
only right, yeah.
Okay, let's.
Every time I come to your concerts, I learn something new and absolutely amazing.
Well, it's so simple, ranks and files.
Ranks and
Yeah,
files.
love it.
Well, Gillian Law has requested a song called The Other Side of Me, which is an old Neil Sedaka song, which I will do another week. But hello, Gillian. Thank you for your request. There's always lots of requests for a Gaelic song. So I thought maybe I would do a Gaelic song that I used to sing, goodness me, when I was wee. So we'll give it Ohorom Kalindan.
Yeah, that sounds good, yes.
You can give me a chord if you like. If you just, and I'll take it
Any
away.
particular chord?
A chord in D would be good.
That sounds good, yes.
O Harom O Kalindan Sound or Stem of King Found Hook me good Ram Ach fame shin the Faligje Skimmer alle who strach Go and check old-fashioned
Well done,
Gaelic
yeah.
waltz in the wrong key for me, but it's just,
Oh gosh.
it's fine. I'm singing in my
I think
boots, but I gave you the
We've
wrong
been
key.
rehearsing this
I'm
for weeks.
sorry.
In the key of C.
I'm sorry, I should have said we should. I always say chorus or singers, and then John tells me what's right and what's
Oh, see,
wrong.
yes, okay.
Because I always say the wrong thing. John, you can tell me, absolutely. And Sheila, hello, and Alan and June are watching. Great. I'm going to finish my little set with a song just for fun, for all the young at heart, for children who are watching, and for the young at heart. How much is, or will we do Que Sera Sera? For Jodie DeRaymer, did we do that? We've done that.
I think we've done it.
We've done
Yeah.
it. Oh,
Somebody
gosh.
tell us.
I'm looking there and
it's-
seeing that. No. How
We've
much
got-
is that doggy
we've
in the
got
window?
dozens of dogs here. Let's involve the
Right,
dogs.
let me
the
get
Jack Russells.
Bronco. Come on, Bronco. Come on, good boy. Right, we can't sing a song about a dog without a dog. Okay,
Yeah.
here we go.
Are we ready for this?
Are we ready? How much is that doggy in the window? The one with the waggly tail. How much is that doggy in the window? I do hope that doggy's for sale. I must take a trip to California and leave my poor sweetheart alone. If he has a dog, he won't be lonesome, and the doggy will have a good home. How much is that doggy in the window? The one with the waggly tail. How much is that doggy in the window? I do hope that doggy's for sale. I heard in the papers there were robbers with flashlights that shine in the dark. My love needs a doggy to protect him and scare them away with one bark. How much is that doggy in the window? The one with the waggly tail. How much is that doggy in the window? I do hope that doggy's for sale. I don't want a bunny or a kitty. I don't want a parrot that talks. I don't want a bowl of little fishes. You can't take a goldfish for a walk. How much is that doggy in the window? The one with the waggly tail. How much is that doggy in the window? I do hope that doggy's for sale. I do hope that doggy's for sale. Well, there is
done, every
no
boy.
danger of this doggy. This doggy is not for sale. This doggy is not going into any window, but we are hopeful that before too long that we might have some puppies.
Yeah.
Not quite yet, because Roxy Rose isn't quite ready yet.
Yes.
But we're hoping that Bronco here, the man of the house, is going
Yeah.
to be hopefully a father quite soon.
Yes. And you're hoping it's not infectious as well.
No, I think that ship has sailed. But very happy. Oh, I mean, he's very happy.
Is it? Oh,
He,
look at that,
this she
What
is
a
a
pet.
he.
Oh, sorry, I didn't look.
I do hope you enjoyed. What are you gonna finish
Oh,
this
yes,
off with?
yes.
But let me
Just a
just
few
say
of those.
hi to everyone. Stephen Baxter, thank you, Stephen. Another enjoyable concert. Fiona and Frank, thank you. Stephen Baxter, thank you. Stephen always puts the show up on YouTube for me, which is really kind. So publicly, thank you to Stephen Baxter. But also, if you need here's the shameless plug. Stephen Baxter is a wonderful graphic designer. If you need any work done, he is your man. So Rhoda, good to have you. Sheila and Catherine, fantastic. And Mary, Great show. Frank's going to finish off. What are you going to finish
A
us
few
off with?
reels, but
A few reels.
sadly we can't see you dancing
I
unless
know.
you're dancing with your
I know.
wee dog.
I know. Cheer us all up on a Monday.
I'm
Fantastic.
glad to cheer someone up. Yes, that's fine. Good,
Fantastic.
Good,
So, haste you back.
Anytime.
You're
yes.
part of the family.
Oh, that's good.
Thank you, and so are you. You're all part of the family as well. Thank you very much for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you next time, next Monday, 6 o'clock. Bye for now.
That's fine. That was lovely.